Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Angela and today I have a pattern review to share with you guys, and I also have a pattern haul to share. If that sounds interesting, stick around. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'm so glad that you're here. The first thing that I wanted to do is a review of Simplicity S9788. I hope that that's close enough for you guys. I'm in a little bit different location today. I'm here in a little sitting area in my bedroom just as a change from the sewing room. Plus, I have a bunch of outfits to try on, so I thought it made more sense to do this in here. And I'm going to show you the line drawings. I'll reach way up there so you can see that. So this is a skirt pattern, and there are three variations. There's one short skirt at the top, and then the two longer skirts. They're the same length, but they have different little front treatments right there. If you'll notice, the one on the bottom has a keyhole opening, and then the middle one, both A and B, just have the drawstring gathered front there with no keyhole. So I did do view B, which is the middle view, the longer one without the keyhole. And today I'm going to share how that went, what I thought about it, and show you how the skirt turned out, along with, I kind of raided my closet to see what I had to go with it. And I was able to come up with a couple of different outfits to wear as part of this skirt. So if you're ready, let's jump into the pattern review. So again, it's Simplicity S9788. It was published in 2023, and I told you about all the different views, and I've got some notes down here. So if I'm looking down, just checking my notes. The suggested fabrics are stretch knits only, such as bamboo, interlock, ITY, jacquard, jersey, and rib knit. I went with a cotton jersey that I got from, I think it was Style Maker. I'm pretty sure that the fabric is still available. If it is, I will link it below. And the size range is from 10 to 22. That is hip measurement of 34.5 inches to 46 inches. And in centimeters, it looks like that's 88 to 117. And from what I could tell or what I could find online, the 10 to 22 is the only size range for this pattern. So that's a little bit unfortunate that it doesn't go up higher than that or lower than that. Yeah, I mean, maybe there are other size ranges, but I'm pretty sure on simplicity.com this pattern is still available because it's so new, but I'm pretty sure that the 10 to 22 was the only size range that they offered. Regarding instructions, while this is an easy to sew pattern and it was pretty easy, I think that the instructions were not necessarily easy to follow, and that could just be me, and that's specifically regarding the waistband and the zipper. In fact, I thought that the zipper instructions were so confusing that if I had never done a zipper before, I might have just chucked this whole project, maybe. And again, that could just be me. I do have a little bit of a learning curve on a lot of these things. It takes me a little bit to figure it out, but I think once I kind of got the gist of this and how it was coming together, I kind of put the instructions aside until I got to specific points where I needed them. Like for instance, the front piece, the way that the waistband is, it's a fold over waistband. It's not a separate piece, but the back, it's a separate waistband facing. So the way that those get assembled and the way they meet up, I thought was a little bit complicated. I feel like, again, this is probably just me, and I don't want to scare anybody off from this because it wasn't really difficult at all, except for the zipper instructions. I started to read through them. Oh, and so the pattern does have a side zip. It's a left side zip. It also had the one that I chose is actually the one that the model's wearing. So it has a slit on the left leg. And that's also the same side that the zipper's on. And if you wanted to do a zipper in the back, I think it could work. The way that this is cut, the back is one piece, though. It's cut on the fold. So you would have to, you know, work around that, make it 2 pieces, I guess, and put the zipper at the top. But it does call for a side zip. So getting back to sizing, I did cut the 22 and it fit me pretty much perfectly. I didn't have to make any sizing adjustments at all, which was kind of nice, especially coming off of my last project where I made a multitude of adjustments. So it was really nice just to look at the size chart, make the thing straight out of the package and be done with it. I appreciated that. Because of that, this went a lot more quickly than my previous make. If you missed that video, I'll put it up here, but it was actually this little topper that I'm wearing. I love this, but it was definitely a complex to me thing to make, at least. And once I got the skirt done, here's a little peek at it on the hanger, of course. I'll take you in closer for little drawstring here where it gathers up. And the way that this is constructed, it's just in channels that you make using bias tape there that go down to right there. And there is I can grab hold of the fabric here. There's a side slit on the left side, and it's pretty long. You'll see that once I try it on, but I loved working with this fabric. It's just a jersey knit, but the thing that made it so nice for me is all these colors. And once I got done with the skirt, I started like raiding my closet to see what I have that goes with it already. Of course, the make that I finished just prior to the skirt, my jacket right here, I kind of intended for those to coordinate and be worn together. But I also found that I have another topper back here. I'm going to wear all these combinations for you here in just a moment, so you'll be able to see everything. But as far as just tops to go with this, I found that I really only had 3 that have these colors, even though there are a lot of colors in here. I only had 3 tops that would go with this, and one is this dark blue-green rib knit tank top or sleeveless top, and then the same top I have in brown. And I thought that the brown would go pretty well with the skirt. There is some of that same shade of brown in the skirt. I think it goes close enough. And then this other tank top that I made a few weeks ago, I guess, that's kind of got that gold color in it. Guess it's more like over in those colors there. So the skirt really does lean to the warm side as far as the hues or the colors that are in it. And I decided that I'm gonna have to focus on making some tops that'll go with this. And I'm really gonna focus on maybe this turquoise blue color, and then there's some teal. I can't really wear orange that well, so these really warm oranges won't do good next to my face, but the blues will, and the gold yellows will, and maybe some of the, you know, I can get away with like the brick reds. That probably would do okay on me, and it definitely would work for the skirt. But enough about that. I am going to try on some of these outfits, and I will be right back to start sharing those with you. So there you have it. What did you guys think? Overall, I do like the skirt. I should note too, I forgot to mention this earlier. The skirt is meant to be worn per the pattern description. It's supposed to sit 1 inch below the natural waistline. And for me, it sits right at my natural waist. And I guess I could shimmy it down a little bit, but I'm perfectly fine. I like bottoms that sit right at my natural waist, whether it's jeans, skirts, what have you. I don't care for the high-waisted or things below my waist. If it sits right there, it's just perfect. So I found that that ended up working out okay for me. And other than that, I really, what I love most about the skirt is the fabric because it's so versatile. And the funny thing is that I never really wore a lot of yellow because I just didn't think it suited me very well. And then after having my colors done a few years ago, the only one yellow that was in my palette was a golden, almost mustardy yellow. So kind of like this, give or take a little lighter or darker. So that's kind of opened up new possibilities for me. And that has kind of meant a lot of possibilities of things to go with this skirt fabric. So I'm enjoying that. And before we look at the new patterns, I'm going to share with you my 3 questions that I always ask myself after every make. And the first one is, do I like the way it turned out? And the answer is yes on this one. Just yes, not like, oh my gosh, I love it, yes, but definitely yes. And I will wear it, especially because the fabric's so pretty. And the second question is, would I make it again? And I would say maybe. We'll see. There's a lot of other skirt patterns out there that I would like to try. And I don't know that this would necessarily make the tried and true status, but who knows? And the third question is, would I change anything about it? And I think that after thinking about this for a little while, giving it some thought, that the thing that I would change if I were going to make this again would be to make it out of maybe a drapier fabric. So this jersey is pretty, it's a pretty thick jersey, which is good because it's not, see-through or anything, but it doesn't have like great drape to it. So I'd like to see how this pattern would do with a drapier fabric. I think that that might accentuate the pattern a little bit more. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the new patterns that I picked up. I just happened to be in Joann. Well, I didn't just happen to be. I went there to get the zipper for this skirt that I'm wearing. And anytime I go into Joann's, even if it's just for thread, I do go ahead and check out the pattern cabinets. And if they have anything marked down, like any of the pattern sales, if there's anything on my list at that time, I might go ahead and pick up a couple. And that's exactly what happened this last trip last week. So I picked up 2 patterns. They were doing Butterick and Vogue on sale. And so for the Butterick, this is B69.97. It's a couple of tops. And I will show you the line drawings. This is exactly my style. When I talk about this skirt being like just outside of my comfort zone a little bit, this right here, especially the sleeveless, that is my style. So I'm pretty sure that I will make this and probably not delay too much on making it. The next one was, oh my gosh, you guys, I had to get this. This is the wrap dress, the Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress. It's Vogue V2000. Of course, we all know how they brought this out of the archive recently and are, republishing it. So it was included with the $5.99 Vogue sale. I wasn't sure if it would be included or not because I know on the website, the Simplicity, the Big Four pattern website, even when they do pattern sales, this one is often not included. So I put it in my cart and I went up to the register and I thought, well, if it doesn't ring up at the sale price, I'll just put it back because I was not going to pay $25 or it's listed at $36. So I would not even pay 20 bucks for it. I would just not get it. But luckily, it was included. I'll show you the line drawings there. I'm sure that this pattern is not unfamiliar to any of you, really, with all the big fuss that's made about this recently. So it's kind of nice to actually have one and to have gotten one for 6 bucks. What can I say? And one other thing about the skirt, the Simplicity skirt that I just made, I'm going to put a link below to a sew along done by, um, I forget the full name of her channel, but Sewing with Sandy is in there. I'll put a link. She has done a sew along of this Simplicity skirt. I will link her video below in case you're interested in that. And my question of the day for you guys is, have you made this Simplicity skirt before, or anything similar to it? Maybe something that was a little more risque that might have taken you out of your comfort zone a little. And how did it go? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all about it. And other than that, I hope that you'll come back on Monday for another round of Monday Matchup. And I will see you then. Thanks so much for watching.